types of the transactions. Hello, my dear students. We are going to talk about the types of transaction and how to settle transactions through the bills of exchange and through the checks and through the promissory note. And we'll know each one of them, how it works and what are the functions of each of them in settling transactions of trade and of business in general. So let's go directly now to our purpose or our topic. And we will see here, like you'll see here right away, this one. Here we go. To the business transactions part. Okay. Those are the types of instruments or the instruments which we use for settling the transactions in between trades and how to pay. By other meaning, if I don't have a cash money, what are the other alternates to pay in case we don't have cash money? So types of transactions, we have three types of transactions mainly. We'll talk about the bill of exchange and we'll talk about the promissory note. Then we will talk about the check. Let me start with the check. A check is, in American English, see spelling differences. Check or check. It's written check or check. It's a document that orders a bank to pay a specific amount of money from a person's account to the person in whom the name on the check has been issued. Like you see here, this is a person. He said pay, he's directing his order into the bank, pay to the order of ABC Water Company. As example, this is, we call this the payee. This is any name. Let's say this is any name. It's not a specific name. So we say ABC here is the payee. Okay. Then we will write the amount of money once in the square here in digits, in numbers like this, in numerics. And then we write the same amount here also in alphabetics, like as example, 100 and 00 out of 100 means no cents. There are no cents here, and 100 only. Then the drawer is the Michael cents. This name, this is all invented names, not real names. So he will sign here, Apple, he would sign here, his name is here, Michael Cent, his signature is here. And this is the purpose, just to remind him about what he paid, the memorandum. Memo means a memorandum. April water bill means that this is the water bill of April or the water of April. He has to pay $100 for water. And as you see here, we have the date also. So the main components of the check is the date. It should be on the right side of the check. We have the check number also. This is the check number. So this check number, and we have here also, this is the serial, and it's including the accounts of the person, and I will show it to you right now. And here, pay to the payee. We call the name here the payee. So ABC Water Company is a payee. And the drawer is the Michael Cents. This is a name, this illusion name. Just for example, like if I am Osama Kashwa, the payer, or the one who, the drawer, then I would say pay to, as example, ABC Company, $100, and I will sign here Osama Kashwa. So this is just invented names, not a big deal. So this we call him the drawer address on the left, and the drawer signatures here at the bottom at the right. And at the same time, this is a memo for him, just to remind him with what was this check for. So he will remember that he paid the water already of April. And there is a date for the check. So he can go to the bank before this date to check it, to cash it. He must wait till this date to go and cash it. This is the system. Okay, let us see now an empty blank check. After we understood the check, we will go to an empty blank one and see. So here is the name of the drawer name, and here is the address of the drawer. The guy who will sign the check here, his name is here, and his address and his signature in this part here. And this is pay to, the name of the payee, the one who will cash the check, the one who will cash the check. And here is the date number, the check number, and here is the date, like we said before. Here is the date, and then here is a memo to remind him with what, like the next check. This is the memo to remind him with why he paid. And this is the bank, the print of the bank or the branch. We call it the drawee. The drawee, the banks to whom the order is directed. So we have the drawer here, we have the payee here, we have the drawee here, and that's all the components. Remember, the components, when we apply it on an example, it will be like this, such a way. So here the number is written twice. Once is written in numerics, and then it's written here again in alphabetics. 100 and 00 means no cents, 0 cents. So this is how to write it, and we close it also. We have to close the check by a line or whatever, so that no one will enter another numbers here. So it will be clear that we will close it by that way, means no one to enter numbers. Again, I'm saying the drawer's name is here, his signature is down. And here is the check number. Here is the check date, which means that you cannot go to cash it before this date. And then pay to the order of, this is the name of the payee. The payee is the person or the company or the entity who will cash the check. Who will cash the check? Then the amount, once we write it in numerics, and then once another we write it in alphabetics. Don't forget to close the check like this, so that no one will write here anything. Then here is the memo, a memo to remind you with what was this check for. It will be kept with you, or you will know it, that this check was like this, so that you will not mislead again, and you know that you paid the water of April, so you will not pay it another time. And here is the signature of the drawer, the signature of the drawer here, and the name of the drawer at the top left, name of the drawer, top bottom right, the name of the signature of the drawer. So again, at the top left, the name and the address of the drawer. On the bottom right, his signature, and the payee name is here, the payee name is here, and the amount is written twice. And we said we have a number for the check and we have a date for the check. If you go April 30, no doubt you are not going to cash it. You have to wait till the date is May 1. And that was about the check. There is one other point I just want to show you. The numbers down here, like this check, those numbers down, those ones, those numbers down here, those numbers are the check number. Let us see back the check number. So it will be here, the check number. Then second part is the transit branch number. Then this is the financial institution or bank. Then this is the designation and account number. So those will be down there. So here will be the check number, the transit branch number, the financial bank number, the bank number, and then the designation and the account number of the person who is the drawer of the drawer, the account number of the drawer. That is everything regarding this check, and I wish that you understood it. We'll go now to the bill of exchange. A bill of exchange is a directed order from the drawer to the drawee, which is the bank, to give amount of money in a specific date for the payee or the one who will cash. Okay, the drawee will cash it. So this direct the drawee for the bank to in a particular days. Let's see what is going on. On the left hand, on the top of the left, there will be a stamp, and then written the amount of that bill of exchange. The bill of exchange is like the check, is only also for settlement of the transactions. And the date should be on the right here. The date should be on the right, the terms. 1 month after the date. So this date, the maturity date will be 1 month after this date. So if today Jan 1, then February 1 will be the time of maturity. So if I go to the bank before February 1, I will not able to cash the bill of exchange. An order sum of 50,000 for value received, and must say the value received. Accepted, the drawer will sign. This is the one who wrote it. The drawer will sign the name and the address here, and accept. It must have the acceptance of the drawee, and the drawee must accept it here and say the drawee name and the address for the purpose of cashing it. Okay. Here is an example. You have the date and the number, like we said in the previous page, the date and the number of the bill of exchange. It must be there, the date and the number. Then the Sterling Bank, Norwich branch, Ontario as example, on the date of October 3. We started with the October 3. So October, look at this. This is October 3, then this is November 5. And he said, this is the date due, but this is the date of issue. The date of issue is October 3. And the date due is after that was 1 month and 2 days, almost 1 month, 30 days after date. So when you calculated the 30 days after date, it will be like November 5. It will come to November 5. If you calculate on your hand 30 days after October 3, it will be the date due will be November 5. Okay, 30 days after date, pay the order of the undersigned drawer. Here is the drawer. Okay, $150, 150. So we will write it like the check exactly. Once in digits, then once also in alphabetics, 150. Then close with dots. So no one write here anything. Close with dots. And there is no cents. So it's XX divided by 100 means no cents. Then I must say that the value is received. Value received and charge it to the account of. Okay, so this will go to G Focus and Company, but as example, this and the address of them. Okay, so here is the drawer, signature, and here is the drawee, to the drawee, the name and the address of the drawee. Look at that before. Here we said accepted, the drawee name and the address. Here is the drawer, the one who has to pay the money. And the drawee must also, we send to the drawee name and the address. And one thing for this to be cashed, that it must be accepted by the drawee. It must be accepted by the drawee. So here we say October 4, is the second day he received this bill of exchange. October 4, payable at the regional bank towards branch London as example, whatever. Then he signs here Joe Focus, the sign of FOWKS as example, those are names for G Focus and Company on behalf of the company. So he accepted here. So like we see here before, it must be accepted by the drawee. So the drawer will direct it to a bank, okay, and it must be accepted by the drawee. It must be accepted by the drawee, and here it is accepted by the drawee. Without this acceptance, there won't be cashing for this money. So the drawee, here again, I will say again, the number on the left, the date on the left, the date due, not the date of issue. The date of issue is here. Okay, the date of due is here, okay, on the left, and on the right, the number of the bill of exchange. Then this is the bank on which the transaction will happen. We have two parties here. We have drawee and drawer. The drawer is the one who signed the check or signed the bill of exchange, and the drawee is the one who will get benefit of this bill of exchange. So we have two addresses here. The address of we have the drawer will sign on the right, on the bottom right, and two, he will send the address of the drawee and the name of the drawee and the address of the drawee. Then accepted by the drawee in any place, accepted here and sign, or he signed here, that's fine. Okay, So those are the two parties of the bill of exchange. The drawer, the party who draws up the bill of exchange. I owe you, and the drawer. The drawee is the party who is required to make payment on the bill of exchange. Okay. Okay, so you have to pay for me. So you are the drawee who has to pay for me. The party who is required to make payment on the bill of exchange. Okay. The payee, the party named to receive payment on the bill of exchange. The party name to receive payment on the bill of exchange. Let us see an example here. The dollars very received, and this we have the drawer and drawee. This is very simple way. So we have the drawer, the party who draws up the bill of exchange. Okay, so I owe you, I am the drawer. The drawee, the party who is required to make payment on the bill of exchange. You have to pay for me. You have to pay for me. The party who is required to make payment on the bill of exchange. And the payee, the party named to receive the payment on the bill of exchange. Acceptor, the drawee who consents to the bill of exchange by signing it together with the words accepted and date. So we have kinds of bill of exchange. As example, the demand draft, a bill of exchange payable immediately upon presentation without any days of grace. So if you apply it, you will cash it directly. It's called demand draft. Demand draft. Slight draft, a bill of exchange payable at site. 3 days of grace are allowed after presentation. So you can cash it within 3 days when you present it. Okay. Time draft, a bill of exchange payable within a stipulated period after the date stated on the instrument or the presentation. Like here, like we say here, 30 days after date. So this is after a period of time draft. There is a time draft here, which is 30 days. A bill of exchange payable within a stipulated period after the date stated on the instruments or after presentation. That was the question. That was the thing. So we talk now, we finished talking about the check. We talk about the bill of exchange. And now the time comes to talk about the promissory note. What is a promissory note? A promissory note is a debt instrument, of course, means that we use it for settling financial dues. I owe you money, so I have to pay, so I will pay by the promissory note that contains a written promise to by a party, the notes to pay another party, the notes payee, a definite sum of money, either on demand or a specified future date. A promissory note typically contained all the terms pertaining to the indebtedness, such as principal amount, the interest rate, the maturity date, the date and the place of issuance, and the issuer's signature. So let's see how it looks like a promissory note. The amount should be written on the left, and on the right, this is the date, and the date should be, and the location if it is possible. After date, so after date, I promise to pay the order to the order of. Here is to whom I owe. Okay, the sum of 250 as examples. Okay, payable at the Maritime Bank. So the place to pay it is here. So like that way, and the corner group up there, and then I will sign and the date due. Okay. Okay. This is, it's kind of promise to pay. It is a kind of, for that reason they call it the promissory note. And we talk here already about the cheques. So we covered here the 3 topics. And we'll go now for questioning, and I will put it here for you guys to just, what is the cheque? What is a cheque? Then define B, E, and its components from what it contains and define the promissory note. I will leave for you guys around 10 minutes to answer the 3 questions. Will be there around 10 minutes to answer these 3 questions. Thank you so much. Here we go. This is the first question. What's check? And we said the differentiation between the British and the Americans in writing the word check is different from those 2 countries. So here is our 3 questions of today. Starting with the question 1, what is the check? Question 2, define the B slash, which is a bill of exchange and its components. Define the components are the drawer and the drawee and the payee, like we said. Define the promissory notes also. So those are the 3 questions which we have here. Shall I stay here about 10 minutes to get your answers? Please send your answers to Google Chat. That will be fine. Thank you so much. Here also is the questions. So I'll go to put the questions also for the D2L. So we'll have here the first question, my right response. And here we go. First question, what is a check? Control and C. We put this question, what is a check? Control and V. Then we'll enable it. Then save it. Then we'll go add another question. We'll go to our own portal. Control and C. Then we'll go to our second question right now. Control and V. Define bill of exchange and its components. And here we go. Then we'll put it for save. Then we'll work on the add new question. This will be also written response. Then we'll go for the question 3. Control and C. Control and V, define the promissory notes. And here we go also for our 3 questions to be there about the check, promissory note, and the bill of exchange, and the definition of each one of them. We'll stay here around 5 or 10 minutes just to collect the answers. Then we will move into another topic. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Bye-bye.